Hello, it's Mina, and today I'm back with 5 super simple and tasty recipes. You know, for those days when you're feeling a bit lazy or you're just too busy to be bothered with elaborate meal ideas, which that is totally understandable. So I hope you can enjoy these ideas, and let's just get right into it. This first recipe is my current comfort food obsession. It's these cheesy kimchi tacos. They're absolutely amazing. You have to make them. First, you put together some super simple, crispy tofu. Bring a non-stick skillet with a bit of oil to medium-high heat. Grab some firm plain tofu. Cut it up into little pieces. Transfer those to a bowl. Add some flour and mix. Then add the tofu to the pan and let that cook until golden brown, mixing every few minutes. This is going to take around 6 minutes total. To the now golden brown tofu, you're going to add some vegan kimchi, some soy sauce, and a little bit of sweetener. Mix it up, give it another minute of sizzling, and then you're just going to finish this off with some baby spinach and vegan pizza cheese. And that would be your taco filling, of which you're going to add a few tablespoons to some small flour or corn tortillas. Feel free to also add things such as hummus, guacamole, vegan sour cream in my case. But yeah, feel free to eat these right away, but they are going to taste better toasted in a pan for about 2 minutes on each side over medium heat. The following recipe is so simple, I was hesitant to even include it in this video, just because it is almost too easy. Preheat the oven to 180 degrees Celsius. Grab a handful of potatoes and cut them into thin, somewhat equally sized slices. Next, grab 2 oven-proof bowls and add some rinsed lentils to each of them. Instead of the lentils, you could also do any other bean that you prefer, or even shredded tofu or shredded smoked tofu could be good here. Next, add a layer of pre-seasoned tomato sauce. Then a layer of sliced potatoes. And finish everything off with a few spoonfuls of vegan sour cream or vegan cream cheese or even hummus. Lastly, add a couple spices. I just went for some seasoned salt mix. And optionally, add a small drizzle of olive oil. Now this goes into the oven to bake for 35 to 40 minutes or until the potatoes are tender. I serve this with some fresh bread and some additional spinach. Yeah, that is it. This next dish I've been making all the time. It's become one of my favorite ways of enjoying tofu. Make sure the oven is once again preheated to 180 degrees Celsius. Grab a block of firm plain tofu, cut it in half lengthwise, and place it into an oven-proof dish. Poke a few holes into the tofu using a fork. And then add the ingredients for the marinade. So olive oil, balsamic vinegar, ketchup, soy sauce, vegan Worcestershire sauce, and sesame oil. You are not limited to using these ingredients. Feel free to get creative. There's still quite a bit of space in the oven, and so in order to not waste that, I would also recommend you add some vegetables to the oven so they can roast alongside the tofu. I went for some potatoes. I let this all bake for 30 to 40 minutes. And now this is the base of the dish. We definitely need to add a few more things on top to make it more fun, such as spring onion, sesame seeds, some fresh herbs, maybe some vegan cream cheese, some cucumber, you name it. Here's another variation on this. So the other day I made my tofu as per usual. I also had 2 tortillas in the oven for just a few minutes to warm up, onto which I added some avocado, some seasoned salt, and then the tofu, vegan chili mayo, sesame seeds. This is more of a snack or like a light lunch instead of a full balanced meal, but you could, for example, have this with some steamed broccoli on the side. You could swap the tortilla for whole grain bread to make this more filling, or have this next to a nice little salad. But for those lazy moments, this really does the trick. This next meal is incredibly comforting, and it'll take you less than 10 minutes to put together. In the background, I've got some salted water heating up for the pasta, and then to a separate small saucepan, I'm adding the vegan butter. Once melted, I vigorously whisk in the flour for about 30 seconds until no clumps remain and you get this nice nutty aroma. Once the flour is fully incorporated, you add all the remaining ingredients, which that would be some unsweetened non-dairy milk, some light miso paste, some gochujang, white wine vinegar, and 1 to 2 handfuls of vegan pizza cheese. Allow the sauce to simmer and thicken whilst stirring frequently for 2 to 3 minutes. Also season with some salt and pepper to taste. At this point, I would also highly recommend adding some baby spinach and letting that wilt down for 1 to 2 minutes. Baby spinach is one of the easiest to manage greens, and therefore I put it in everything. It is just so low maintenance. I love it. Moving on to these super simple sesame and orange noodles that I added some tempeh to, amongst other things. This sesame sauce is somewhat based on my most favorite tahini sauce recipe, which that one you can find in my cookbook. For this quick version though, I am simply just combining some light tahini with white wine vinegar, soy sauce, orange juice, and a tiny bit of sweetener. If you want to go all out and be really fancy with this, you could add some orange zest as well as some quickly sauteed garlic. Next, I'm cutting up some tempeh. I bought this at the Asian supermarket and it was only €2 for this giant block. But yeah, I'm not doing anything fancy to the tempeh. I'm just pan frying the chunks in a bit of oil for about 3 to 4 minutes, stirring it here and there, and then seasoning that with salt and pepper. If you don't like tempeh, which some people might not, then I would recommend just going for tofu. And this timestamp here is going to lead you to some tofu cooking instructions if you are in need of that right now. About 1 to 2 minutes before the noodles are cooked through, I'm adding some frozen edamame straight to the boiling water, just to make things easier. And now assemble. Combine the noodles and the edamame with the sesame sauce. Taste test, see if you need some salt and pepper here, and then top this off with the other ingredients. So the cooked tempeh or tofu. I also added some more edamame, some fresh cucumber, plus some seaweed sheets. I would also recommend adding some sesame, some lime or lemon juice on top. And that would be it. This dish is really only good using the right tahini, but it's basically the tahini that's made with hulled sesame seeds. If hulled is the right term, let me look this up. I think so, yeah. Hulled sesame seeds are those that have lost their hull or outer shell during the manufacturing or processing stage. I was right. Okay, so it's the tahini that's like white. It's cold now because it's a bit later in the day, but still really good. Let me know in the comments if you're doing veganuary this year. I would love to know how it's working for you. What type of meals have you been making? You got this. If you've enjoyed this video, if you've gotten any sort of value from it, let me know by clicking the thumbs up button. Hitting thumbs up really helps put this video in front of other people's recommended page. So that is super, super helpful to any YouTube channel. So thank you so much if you just click thumbs up. I really appreciate it. Apart from that, I hope you're having a good rest of your day or night. I'm super, super excited about all these videos that I have planned for these next few months. I haven't been this excited to create in a while, and I can't wait. But yeah, I'll talk to you soon. Bye.